Hey, what's going on, miners? Today, this is going to be kind of an update for a few projects that I've had, like the EVGA 1660 Super we did with the Honeywell. We did the thermal pad that turns into thermal paste, right? We're going to see how it's doing, see how the temperatures are. We're going to be taking a look at my Ipolo and Mysterium as well. That's another project I did a while back. So we're gonna kind of incorporate all these updates into one video, instead of making a bunch of different separate videos and dragging it out. We're gonna make it short and sweet for you guys. So let's get right into it.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
All right, so the first one we're going to be looking at is going to be the Honeywell, which I got this from Linus, who did a video about this thermal pad, sort of, that actually kind of converts itself back to a paste as as heat is introduced into it, and technically it's supposed to get better cooling over time, right? So theoretically mining should be great with this, right? So let's go ahead, let's head over to my Hive OS and let's take a look at the 1660 Super that we are testing with that particular pad. We're over here at my Hive OS, and this is on one of those S37 money motherboards I just got. So I moved all the NVIDIA cards over there, and that's where they're staying put for the time being. So down at the bottom here is the EVGA 1660 Super, and it is the one that I changed with that Honeywell. That's like a thermal pad paste, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But so far I did just recently change this over to Caspa. I was mining something else with it, but this is looking pretty promising right here. Now, have I repasted any of these other cards? The answer is going to be yes and no. I've repasted this PNY before, the 82000 and the 2080 Ti. The 2080 Ti I got directly from EVGA, so I have not repasted it. I haven't had it that long, maybe 3 months, and then the 82000 I got brand new, and I haven't touched that at all. So that one's just been kind of more of a test card. I am mining Caspa right now, which is a more of a lower wattage, core intensive. To me, it's fairly decent as far as wattage goes. I have noticed a little bit though. Sometimes you have to bump memory up on certain cards to be able to get a little bit better hash rate, but obviously I don't think there's much of a difference here, so that's besides the point. But so far it looks great, man. It's outperforming all the other cards, right? It's 6 Celsius cooler than anything else that's on the mining motherboard, and I have these spaced out to every other slot on the board because there's 8 slots, so I'm going every other one to make sure that they have plenty of room to breathe, right? So there's adequate airflow in there and stuff like that. So I'm pretty impressed with it that it's only at 51 Celsius. So it's looking pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with it. This is in my garage right now. I'm thinking about leaving it in my garage because, as you know, I live in Arizona. It gets very hot in here. We have one of the hottest climates, I would say, as far as hitting triple digits in heat. So I'm thinking about keeping it in the garage and doing further testing to see how well it really does when it really starts to cook in my garage, right? We're going to really push those temps pretty hard. The next thing we're going to look at, though, is going to be my Ipolo, which I have mining to EASL right now. So right now, I am mining to EASL because sometime, I think it was late last year, they came out with a firmware update for the Ipolos to be able to dual mine ZIL and Ethereum Classic. So I've been on that train for a while now. It's been going pretty good. It looks like each week I'm getting about 0.15 ETC, and so far I've gotten 0.648. So far I'm pretty happy with the Ipolo, and I know everybody's talking about Ipolos, and they only have 3.6 gigs of VRAM, and so they're going to become obsolete. But there are other tokens that they can mine that that their DAG sizes aren't as big. Now, are those coins, as I'm going to say, as mainstream as Ethereum Classic? The answer is going to be no. But that doesn't mean you can't mine with them, right? So that's just my 2 cents. So I think these little machines, I think you could do decent with them. I wouldn't go all in and buy a bunch of Ipolos. I have one. This is my first little mini ASIC that I bought myself. So collectively together, though, I've generated, because I did get mine before the Ethereum merge. So I got about 11.8 Ethereum Classic that I've already mined already, right? So I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully, I want to get to 20. That's probably a pretty far stretch before this little guy runs out here. I don't think I'm going to make it, but it would be awesome if I did. Because obviously, as the hash rate goes up and down with Ethereum Classic, right? If it goes up, difficulty goes up, you get less. You know, it's gone down some, but it's still well over 100 terahashes right now. So some of you may have remembered that I did a video on Mysterium. I am no longer participating in Mysterium for a few reasons. As I do work from home, 4 Tera and things like that, I don't think it's good to be having a VPN access on my home network. I did incur a little blip, and I don't know if Mysterium is to blame or not. It could have been my router, but for some reason I got locked out of the router and I had to reboot it, right? And then it went back to normal. Now I never had any kind of problems, and I have an enterprise router, so I've never had any kind of problems with the router until I added Mysterium, right? So since I've deleted it, it's been about 2 months. So I haven't had a single issue yet that's come back. So I don't know if it was Mysterium or maybe it was a fluke. Maybe the router just needed a reboot. I have no idea, right? But I'm doing some kind of critical things at my house, so I don't want to jeopardize anything. So me personally, I stopped doing Mysterium. Now, I could see that Mysterium could be bad because you don't know what type of information and things that people are funneling through the VPN, which could get flagged by your ISP. So that is one thing to take into account, being a provider for Mysterium. Well, there's an update on a few of my projects that I had. Some, like you said, like you've seen, are failed, or maybe maybe failed is a strong word. Maybe didn't work out for the better, right? And I chose not to participate with one of the projects, right? Personal choice. So far, some of the other ones are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with some of the other projects. You know, as a content creator, I want to know what you guys want me to do videos on, because maybe there's stuff that nobody's really touching right now. Maybe there's some ideas out there that are from the public eye that maybe we haven't touched anything on yet. So if you guys have any ideas, leave them down below. I'm always, willing to listen to you guys and take things into consideration. And let me know about these projects as well. Like, is there something that you guys would have done differently? All right, miners, this is the Mining King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.